Hey, we're back after a 1 week break. And we left off at a pretty semi-grim problem with the two of you investigating an old and currently being renovated abandoned hotel and lodge resort just outside of Lakewood, California. Upon investigating and dealing with a little bit of a haunting and a little bit of revisiting the past and whatever has happened in that place, you have uncovered a mysterious-looking dagger with his golden handle, with his black handle and a golden pommel that you recall from the news all those years back was held by every murderer that was in that hotel, with a series of 5 different murders that occurred all on the same day at almost the same time. And you also recall that the police have not exactly figured out how this dagger was passed around by different people, although they have figured out there was only one dagger. Nevertheless, you have recovered this dagger at a significant cost, given that on the way down, the staircase had given way, a chandelier had fallen, Phantom of the Opera-esque style, and Agent Zero had been nearly impaled by the metallic spikes protruding from the actual chandelier itself. But, for the most part, it went about as good as you can get, given the circumstances. And so we begin this story a week after that incident, of which the two of you have heard nothing from Agent Zero. You haven't heard much of anything from the initiative. You have not really you haven't been called upon for the last week. We take this story we take this scenario with MJ, Amy, or MJ's father, Chris, and Amy's eccentric cousin, Ashley. The 4 of you in the local mall. It's a local strip mall in Lakewood. It is the largest mall that there is available in this little town. And this is more of a get together to relax sort of thing that MJ, your father, had come up with, given that the 4 of you have been through some stress and problems. He figured it was about time that you guys got a break and decided, let's go ahead and spend a day at the mall. It is a weekend, a Saturday morning at the Lakeview Mall. This local strip mall is more commonly visited by the teenagers and other people than adults. This mall is very much centered on youth culture, with its number of arcades, internet cafes, and most of the fashion boutiques cater to the younger generation. However, there are a number of restaurants here and places to eat that would be of noteworthiness to some people. You're eating at a local pizzeria, a place that is only available here, no other branches. It's a family-owned restaurant. Really good. And while eating at this pizzeria, having a meal amongst yourselves, Christian, MJ's father, just opens up and said, "Have any of you heard anything lately? From the initiative, the agent, anyone?"
Not from me, no.
What about
Amy?
Yeah.
Not even a text or a call. Nothing.
Ashley just kind of taps on your shoulder and says, "You sound like a boyfriend is breaking up with you or something." Christian just looks and well, what about that handler, that Agent Zero fella? He looked like he was pretty banged up. Hasn't said anything?
You think we should try to visit him in the hospital? Might be staying there. Looks like the workaholic sort.
I had a friend who walked in. She was hoping to meet him. Apparently he hasn't been around for the entire week. Well, I don't know. I'm just a little concerned with everything that's going on. After what you guys went through, we were watching on camera. It's fucking bizarre, is what it is, MJ. I mean, we saw what you saw. We saw. It's like your delusions were feeding in through the camera. I don't know how to explain it anymore. I'm just worried. I'm worried about everything that's happening.
Well, I can't agree more, really. Whatever happened in that place was, weird, to say the least, and from what we've seen, apparently, the danger doesn't stop, inside your mind, but physical stuff is pretty alarming too, but I think it's not something we can't handle.
If Agent Zero wasn't there, turns his gaze to Amy, you might have died.
That is. I mean, I'm not trained to do all of those kinds of things.
I know. I'm not belittling your efforts. I'm just saying that, is it really something we can handle? Us as this, whatever we are, whatever we're doing?
Ain't easy. But there's no other way to. I mean, sorry.
Fine, Amy. Don't worry about it. I don't know what else to think of this. This is I'm just worried about all of it. You can see that Ashley's still eating food. At least her food. He hasn't really, stopped. But nevertheless, while you guys are here and while you guys are discussing this, you see the familiar sight of Agent Zero and his mostly immaculate suits come out from the entrance of his pizzeria, walking like nothing's happened. At least nothing's injured him. He is, however, sitting down across on the other side of the restaurant from you, alone, with a menu. Your father just kind of looks and didn't think him for a pizza guy.
Yeah, I could have sworn he only eats, steaks and stuff. Is it just me, or does he look fine? Well, not fine. I meant, not injured.
I mean, he wasn't exactly injured in his face, right? Ashley just... Thank God.
Should we try to engage in a conversation with him?
I don't see why not.
You don't think he might be busy?
He's eating pizza. That's not something that's worth being busy about. Or actually, I'm gonna take out my phone and just say, like, 3 o'clock.
Eventually, he does open the phone from his suit pocket. He just goes about his business.
Hmm.
On second thought, he might actually be busy, yeah.
You're not approaching him, Vin? Okay.
No.
Well, you guys continue your meal. As you're about to finish up and MJ's father is about to pay the bill, you see a woman in a very gorgeous, tight, form-fitting suit walk in as well. Sit across the table from him. The woman is standing maybe 5'6", long dark hair tied to a very formal ponytail. The suit is all black and white, similar to Agent Zero's own suit. She has dark, square sunglasses that she takes off when she gets in. Her face, her chin is kind of pointed. Her face, a little scarred across the nose, right on the bridge. He just sits across from him and they start discussing. What do you guys do?
Looks like he has a new partner.
Or a girlfriend?
Amy, Ashley immediately just kind of shoves you. Don't you even think about saying that before you finish the word.
Nah. Doesn't... I mean, if you're wearing suits on a date...
I mean, suits do
Yeah,
look
that's
good.
something he would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something he would do.
But maybe he's dating
You see
a
the woman.
coworker.
You see him point to you guys and look at you, and you see the woman look, and then she just looks back at him and nods.
Oh.
And then she hands
Yeah, definitely
over
business stuff.
a briefcase. A small, very thin, levered briefcase to him. He just kind of opens it away from view towards the wall. And then she just leaves. He takes the briefcase, stands up, pays for his meal, leaves the money, and leaves as well. Can you believe him? Not even a word or a hello? All I get is a half-baked salute? You'd at least expect like a full salute from a soldier.
He's kind of undercover, so...
That's not an excuse to not have manners.
Well, at least we know he's alive. That's something.
And well, he
Hey,
can still walk properly.
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's that soldier's resilience or something. Hey,
Or maybe they're doing some voodoo shit on him, yeah?
you guys mind if we go to a cafe? I gotta show you something I found. I don't know if it's gonna be useful, but given that we're roped into this shit, I figured we might as well be prepared. I spent my last week
Yeah.
doing research. You guys, yeah?
When the hell did that happen?
Last week, you've been fixing cars left and right. I remember I bought a laptop. Well, I was buying a laptop, and then Luke said that the laptop was kind of bad. I met him across the store. He said the laptop wasn't good enough, and then I told him it was all I could afford, and then he bought me one. Nice boy. Good heart. But it's very... You know what, it's not even uncomfortable anymore given he's been doing this for years. I just don't want him to feel like we're abusing him.
Yeah. That is very true, yeah. Maybe I should buy him something at some point. He's not exactly the materialistic type, but... that jacket is looking old.
I think he'd probably appreciate something a little more personal. He gives a smug grin.
Yeah, a jacket.
can see him face palming. Let's go to the cafe.
Amy! What the?
The father's just face palming. Let's just go to the cafe, or you embarrass yourself any further, MJ.
The fuck did I do? God, I'm
I-
gonna fall.
I love you, kiddo.
I'm gonna nudge Amy.
I love you, kiddo, but sometimes you're an idiot.
But I got it from someone. You raised me, didn't you?
Fair point. But even I wasn't that bad.
What's wrong with the jacket? He gave me a jacket. Kasi na while eating my nachos. While hooking for grub.
As you
Yeah,
guys
nachos
make your
for
way through the mall, you enter a not so crowded but definitely packed Starbucks. There is a booth right on the side where you can sit down as Ashley volunteers to take your orders, whatever kind of drinks you want, and your father just hands over some money for everyone for the drinks. When Ashley returns with each of your drinks, with her having some sort of non-fat drink that has extra whipped cream, which kind of defeats the purpose, but that's
Yeah.
her.
Amy looks disappointed.
Like
That's when
a,
she does try.
it's a non. Oh, there's an echo. Anyway, it's a non-fat macchiato drink with extra whipped cream, as she just orders this. What? It's non-fat. What?
With whipped cream!
I needed to make room for the whipped cream, so I ordered it for low fat. It balances out, alright? Jeez. You guys, like, stop judging. Just drink. As you guys are gathered here having your drinks, your father pulls out the laptop that was in his sort of messenger bag. And you are seeing this for the first time, MJ, considering, you know, he doesn't do it when you're home. He spends time with you. It is very much a very expensive looking laptop. I mean, you're not even familiar with Mac models, but the fact that it's a Mac, Joe already tells you how much it might cost. He just kind of opens it up, starts pressing buttons, and he shows you a few things. The first thing, he just kind of opens up this sort of crudely prepared presentation just to get things in order. So, I've been doing some digging about, you know, that shit that's happened in the hotel and everything that's happened there, and so I found this. And then he shows you pictures of the daggers and the news articles that you've seen before or that you have remembered while you were in the hotel. Confirming, in fact, the suspicion that some of you had that there was a problem with the police about they had the case closed, they had the murderers. All of the murderers said they didn't know what came over them. Or all of the loved ones of the murderers said that they don't know what came over them. If you recall, all of the murderers had committed suicide along with their murder victims. But he keeps showing it to you, and what the police cannot figure out is that. Plus, how did each of the murderers, there were 5 sets of murders and 5 murderers, how did each of them get possession of the dagger when the murders happened in a within a very short time frame of each other? Meaning that the dagger, whoever was passing the dagger around, considering the different floors that the murders occurred, the different locations, whoever was passing the dagger around must be running ridiculously fast in order to reach every location one after the other. Other than that, it was a pretty closed case, and the police have closed it off. So you are seeing articles of things that you've already known. But as he kind of presses forward, he shows you a different item. The first thing that you saw was a dagger. And then on the next slide to the next of it, to right next to it, there is a crucifix-like object. It looks like a crucifix without the statue of Jesus Christ in the center. It is a large, like 6-inch kind of crucifix. It looks like it's made of some form of silver that's been carved or engraved. And there is something different about this marking. When you look a little bit closer, you see that the center of the crucifix, where the X, where the cross kind of meets, there is a strange yellow, almost amber stone-like gem in the center. It is there, and when you look at the picture, you think maybe it's just a design or maybe someone decided to put it there. But when you look a little bit closer, when the photo was taken, it's almost as if there's a glow inside the gem. A very faint glow. Amber is sort of a near translucent material that you can see the small bit of white within the amber itself. When he flips the slide, he just tells you, this little thing, I don't know what to tell you. I filtered the search for weird things, right? There's the dagger that kind of moved around, and then there's this little thing that's Here, I'll just show you the article. Press this through. This thing was transferred from church to church. It did happen in California and Los Angeles. There was a small convent of nuns there. When this thing arrived there, one of the nuns just went berserk. She actually used it to impale the hearts of some of the nuns in the convent. There's a massacre that happened in the 70s. But this thing kind of traveled from place to place. At first, when I was looking for the articles, I thought, okay, weird, but, you know, it has similarities to the dagger. Like, how did one nun go, how did it get from one convent to the other when the second convent this occurred on the same night, was across all the way on the other side of Los Angeles. Kind of weird. But I thought it didn't have any relations to Lakeview. Until I realized, then he moves to a slide that says 1981. Right in the 80s, this thing did arrive at Lakeview. And it was used as a massacre weapon. This thing was... I don't know how to put it. This thing was used in 1981 to kill a couple who was parked right on the beach. And I don't know. It just... Here, just look at the articles. He's lost his words and can't actually explain what's going on, but as you look at the articles that are on the computer, when you kind of swipe through, you see that it is written there was a couple who got massacred, a couple who was parked by the beach at night, legally, who was killed by someone who was delivering this cross here. That was what the police report says. But strangely enough, somewhere on the other side of Lakewood, at the only church that exists here, there was an assault. It wasn't a murder, but it was an assault. A young altar boy who somehow stumbled upon this item in the back alley while he was taking out the trash, just grabbed onto it and attempted to kill the head priest at the time. He was unsuccessful because the other altar boys and some nuns managed to restrain him. But ultimately, had there been no other people there, he probably would have succeeded. You see your father kind of scratch his head. I don't get it. I really don't understand. This murder happened at the beach. The church is all the way across. That's more than 3 kilometers, and the attacks happened one after the other. You could be speeding on a Ducati for all I care. That's not something that happens. But anyway, that's why I put it here. Dagger, cross. There's another thing. He flips the slide again, and it shows the dagger on one end, this weird-looking crucifix on the center, and a third object, all the way to the right of the slide. It is a sort of unpolished silver pocket watch, sort of getting older and older. You figure it might have come from the Civil War era, given how old it looks and the designs of it. Pocket watch? And yeah, you're probably right in what you're thinking. If you're thinking it is from the Civil War or something like that, it's pretty old. Anyway, I looked through it, and this one has a more direct tie. Lakewood, much like the dagger. Shows you a 1940s, just after World War II kind of article. There was a bit of a mob problem in Lakewood, given how small the town was. It made for a good place to kind of store, transport, and obtain alcohol at the time, and some other illegal items. During the Prohibition era, people would grab alcohol here. After World War II, people would be grabbing drugs and other things because of how small and how unmonitored the town is and how isolated it is. So it wasn't common occurrence back then for mobsters to be hanging around here, mostly the low-ranking ones kind of guarding the place. One of the more well-known mob hideouts was a series of warehouses and storage lockers closer to the beach side of Lakewood. These storage and warehouses were known to be run, operated, and owned by the mob, and this is normally where they'd store their illegal goods. That place is now decrepit and abandoned as nobody decided to use it, but during the 40s, it was the site of a massive shootout. The police kind of ruled it as a gang war that had happened within the confines of this place, but they could never explain why the members who were shooting each other were members of the same mafia family, and they were killing each other on their grounds. But the person who instigated the shootout, or at least as the police investigation revealed, had this sort of weird pocket watch on him. This pocket watch got lost in the evidence locker somehow. Sort of just disappeared while in evidence. There was also reports that while it was in evidence, some of the people who handled this pocket watch, the guy who keeps the evidence, the ones who record it, had some violent mean streaks. Not necessarily hurting people, but they were sort of, irritable. They didn't really talk to anyone. They were just kind of distant from people. Until that pocket watch disappeared and they slowly reverted back to normal. So we're just... Yeah, that's all I got. Apparently weird shit's been happening in our town and I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, we live under rocks.
I mean, it's a small town. Who expects anything to happen here?
That's true, and it has been, kind of peaceful the whole time I was around, so I guess people just forget. But Jesus Christ, these are terrifying.
We got three of these. Yeah.
Does anyone know where the crucifix is?
No. It got lost along with this pocket watch. And, not coincidentally at all, the knife. See where I'm going with this?
Yeah, but we did find the knife in the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh.
A few days after all of this started happening. Now you see where I'm going with this, kiddo?
Are you insinuating that we should check out the other places and expect to find these things?
Well, the hotel wasn't haunted until we went there. Or until... No, that's not the right. The knife wasn't found until we found out that the hotel was haunted. And the hotel wasn't haunted until a few days after this whole meteor thing. I would bet that it's going to happen at some point. We're going to be sent there next. I am in no rush to be doing so.
Agreed. Can we just take this time and let me enjoy my macchiato?
Ashley just kind of looks at everything and... This is like so stressful. I haven't had any motivation to like go get a facial or anything in the last week?
Well, there's always time to start.
Mm-hmm. I still have time today.
I feel like everything's just gonna cause me so much undue stress. Walking into the cafe or into the Starbucks, you see, you actually see Luke, who's kind of lined up. He hasn't seen you yet, but he's just sort of lined up at the Starbucks. Casual wear, his normal kind of brown leather jacket and white shirt, jeans and boots. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk towards him, but I'll try to be stealthy about it. Like, pretend that I'm blending in.
Roll stealth for the weirdest reasons.
Oh, for the love of God. I know, I've been rolling stealth for the weirdest reasons. Oh, fuck me. I tripped, I fell, I crashed onto him.
Okay. What did you roll?
I rolled 100.
Oh my
Ooh.
god! Oh,
Watch
So-
me stealth!
You try to be careful,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of
Like
trip on one
sneaking
of your bootlaces. And then you bump into a woman who just got her order, and the drink kind of spills on Luke. And then Luke just,
Shit,
whoa,
sorry.
hey, what the hell are you doing?
Trip, sorry. I'll buy you a new drink and...
Luke just looks
Hi.
and said, sorry for my friend, ma'am. I'll get you a drink. I'll get you a replacement. Don't worry about it.
Let me take
You
care
can
of
see
it,
the girl just kind of
please.
very furiously looking at you. The moment Luke kind of talks to her, just, well, like, if you insist. Then she just kind of finds next.
girl.
Luke-
I'm just gonna cover my mouth.
Luke takes off his jacket and then sort of, because it's leather, he just takes a
Yep.
he just takes a handkerchief and starts wiping through it. You can see him give you a finger, like kind of wait 1 second. He goes in, he
Mhm.
orders a drink, and you can see him trying to put his jacket back on, and the girl just kind of looks and says, "You know, you really shouldn't be wearing such a large jacket. It covers your biceps."
Oh my
And
god.
just it is cold though. Here's your drink, ma'am. Just, please don't call me ma'am. Like, I'm not an old lady.
I'm just laughing in the corner. Mom!
I was trying to be
Ma'am.
respectful. And just you can see that the girl is flirting with him hard. Even harder than Ashley would. At some point you can see Luke just kind of gives you the eye, just help.
I'm just just I'm gonna give him like 1 second. I'm gonna try to recover, and then
Then-
I'll go to him and I'll just.
As you approach him, before you say anything, he just looks. Oh, well, it was lovely chatting with you, Christina, but my girlfriend's here, so he just puts his arm around her. He just said, "Just go with it." And we gotta go catch a movie.
Yeah.
And actually, isn't that your dad, MJ? Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
She just walks away sadly.
Oh. Sorry.
Just-
just gonna, while we're walking away, like I still have my hand on his waist and say, you know what? My first thing that popped inside my mind was I'm gonna tell her that you're gay, but you kind of beat me to it. I'm just gonna say that while we're walking.
He takes his arm off your shoulder as you arrive kind of away from view of the woman and just kind of looks at you and says, "One, this is a small town. I don't want any false rumors to be spreading.
Oh god, that was funny though.
Why did you have to do that?"
I was trying to surprise you, but I kind of tripped on my shoelace. One moment, I'm gonna dip and then I'm gonna tie it up. Stay there.
So, why are you guys here? Just
Talking
hanging out?
about, yeah, hanging out, talking about life and stuff. Let's go. I'm gonna drag him to the table. Say, "Hey, meet my boyfriend." I'm gonna say that while I have my arm on his shoulder.
Oh, you
You
have a
see-
boyfriend?
You see, it's a About time. Good job, kiddo.
You know that I still think that you think I'm gonna die on a ditch alone. Well, it was funny because someone was flirting with him and the two of us had to pretend. So I'm gonna sit him there. I'm gonna sit on next to my dad.
No, it doesn't have to be pretend if you do something. He mumbles.
Huh?
He just mumbles under his breath. Well, it doesn't have to be pretend if you just do something. What was that, Mrs. Stone?
I'm gonna grab some sugar.
Nothing, Luke. Nothing, Luke. It's good to have you here.
I'm gonna give him a death glare like my dad. Like,
Luke just kind of looks and says, "Oh, what's with the research?" Like, nothing. You know, just kind of looking into some weird things.
planning for horror movie night. Well, horror night.
Halloween was a couple of weeks ago.
It's always Halloween in my eyes. My eyes.
Fair point. Do we get an invite?
Heck yeah.
Just kind of.
Ames, you wanna come with?
Sure.
Ashley and your father almost in sync. Just. And then you see Luke just look and say, "Are you alright, Mr. Stone? Ash?" "I'm fine. I'm fine." "Yeah, I'm fine." Ashley just kind of nudges you, Amy, whispers in your ear, out of earshot from the others, just kind of, "How is your friend so totally dense?"
I honestly don't know.
"How is someone that dense?"
I don't know.
Fine. As you guys kind of talk over, eventually Luke just kind of stand up and say, "It was nice to chat, MJ, Mr. Stone, everyone else. I did come here for a few things. Need to pick up some stuff, so I should get going. See you around, guys." Yeah.
I'm just going to tug on his like leather jacket and say, "Thanks for helping my dad out, but you really didn't have to, you know." With the pointing at the laptop.
Don't really have to do much of anything, but I want to.
Maintenance on your car for the next 2 years is on me.
I'll take you up on that offer. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You guys should be more like Jake. He just happily accepts everything I throw at him.
Sure. I don't want to learn to be a, like, you know,
Leech.
mooch like him.
Hey, don't worry about it, guys. You know, I make more than I could ever spend, and I don't know. Lately I figured out that it's not the most important thing in the world. Why not help out a few friends? Besides, he looks at your father. That laptop's been paid for when I was 5 years old. He walks away.
Huh?
You see...
Yeah, my dad.
You see him just... I can't believe he remembers that. Yeah, nice kid. Really nice.
Well, there's no doubting that, but do you have a story to tell? What was that about him being 5 years old?
Oh, yeah, no. It was long before you ever met him. But, you know, he wasn't always well off like you know him now, right? You know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was 5 years old at the time, but he was just a kid. And I met his mother. We talked for a bit. His mother was a good friend of mine. And your mother's as well. Yeah, his mother got sick. Like, really badly. And I think that was the first time, you know, the cancer showed up and she needed help. Couldn't afford the bills, and Dr. Chan was nice enough to give donations, but even he had his limits, so I helped out with some medication. You remember that night when you were a kid and we didn't have electricity for like 2 weeks?
Yeah, we lived off candles, and that was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it's because I spent my paycheck for trying to help him out because his mother was doing badly.
Ah,
Didn't think he remembered it. I didn't even think he knew it was me. I
well,
mean, I was always close with his mother, but you guys didn't become friends until you were, like, what, high school?
mm-hmm.
This guy.
No denying that, really.
Ashley just kind of looks at you and said, so, like, are you interested or not?
In?
Ashley's just asking you.
Yeah, in?
Him? Duh!
I mean, he's giving like an obvious
He's like giving you these
obvious hints.
motorcycle parts. He's always around there. He slept in your house. He's the guy you go to. He's nice with your father. Like, what? Are you really just gonna
He's
let some guy
making
like that?
moves now.
Even if
We
actually, I don't think he is. But like, even if he was, or even if he
Really isn't.
isn't, even if he like isn't, the guy is like near perfect.
mm-hmm.
Are you like not interested at all?
Yeah. Wow, I did not expect to be on a hot seat for today. I thought it was just going to be chills
Your
and
father just
eldritch nightmares.
kind of pats you and says, "Alright, MJ, don't worry about it. Fine." Um,
Look, I mean, he really is a great guy. I've known since we were high school, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe there was something, but we've got a lot on our plates right now, and I don't think it's the time. Not yet, until we dealt with all of this, then maybe I'll give it a shot.
So you're not
Then,
ready yet.
when will I ever be? What?
I think her point is like we're in a lot of danger.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we literally just almost died back in that fucking
Can I like
hotel.
can I like make a counterpoint?
Yeah.
Don't you like watch those movies where the fact that you're like, about to die means that you should be living life to its fullest? So you don't like die with regrets? Have you ever like thought that everything that we're going through, you should be like going after every opportunity? Just saying.
Well, yeah, but what's going to happen if something does happen to me?
Like, what's
It's gonna
gonna
happen to him.
happen? Like, you could always use as motivation. Like, I've watched a lot of things and like some documentaries about people who just totally beat the odds because they had like something to beat it for. What's the point of like surviving all of this if you have nothing to live for? I'm not saying like, live for him, but I'm saying that if you're gonna deny yourself of the pleasures of stuff that you like, then what's the point of doing all of this? You're gonna deny yourself of things that make you happy, and like, what's the point?
Well, I'll think about it. I don't
This
want to
is
drag him unnecessarily into this, so yeah, and my dad is here, so these kinds of conversation is not supposed to be done with your parents around, right, Dad? Looking at him.
I don't know what you mean. I'm totally fine. I agree with him.
No! Ah,
But you know what? This is a little heavy, and
yep. Too heavy for my macchiato.
need some time to process it. Okay. Well, then back to the topic. That was all the research I could find. Those were the items I could find. I don't think there's any more, or if there are, they have nothing to do with Lakewood. I specifically looked for things that have any kind of history around our place. Yeah. Fucking scary stuff. Is all I have to say.
Fucking scary stuff.
So,
Welcome to Lakewood.
this place used to be so nice. You know, people brought their kids here to enjoy the beach and the weather and get away from the big city. Who the
What
hell
they
knew?
say, ignorance is bliss.
Oh. He's looking at the calendar. Oh. I think we gotta go to... He's looking at Ashley. I think we gotta go to the base. You know, treatment. They said it was today. Well, tonight.
Okay.
You guys want to come along?
Hell yeah.
Alright, I'll drive. Ashley just kind of nods, finish your coffee, and your father drives out of Lakewood to the makeshift base that has been made by the initiative. Upon arrival there, you are immediately recognized, allowed entry, your car parked with some guards watching over it, and you enter through the makeshift base where you find Agent Ramirez, your official handler, sitting at his desk saying, "Ah, welcome back. Right on time for your treatments. So, we've tried out something new. We've already tested this out for the last few months and we think it's gonna work. So here's the deal. We're gonna try it out and see if this will kind of speed up the process of your healing. If it doesn't work, you're gonna feel a bit of a fever and discomfort over the next few days. You just have to come back, we'll give you the regular stuff. But if it does work, you should feel pretty normal. You know, so just try not to do anything stressful for the next few days. Stay in bed. And if you get a bit of a fever that goes above like a 38 or something, then make your way back here. We'll get that sorted for you. For now, we kind of want to try this. Make sure that, you know, we can cure you a little faster. Get all of this behind everyone. So, the two of you would kindly step in. They go into a chamber. They do have to take their clothes off and put on some robes. And then they each go into this sort of glass chamber behind what seems like bulletproof plexiglass. And the usual smoke that gets blown in has been replaced by this sort of purple smoke gas form. And you can see your father and Ashley coughing, although that's kind of normal because they have to breathe it in. So they just start coughing, and it takes about an hour for this to finish. After the initial kind of gas, they have to sit in there for an hour, let it sink in, let it kind of breathe in whatever remnants there are. So you guys are allowed to roam around the base as you wish, of course barring the classified areas. Which you see Agent Zero enter Agent Ramirez's office and hands over the briefcase that the woman previously gave to him. Slides it over, nods, they give a salute to each other, and Agent Zero walks away. He looks at the containment chambers, walks in for a bit, looks at you guys. So, they're trying out the new treatment?
How are you? Weak.
Hmm?
I'm just wondering what happened to you last week. Couldn't even call, or didn't even get like a message or a call or something from you, or
I don't know what you think about the nature of our arrangement, but if you don't get a message from me, that's a good thing. It means there's no dire danger in the town.
oh,
Haven't you noticed that every time I message you, something bad is happening? But
no,
regarding your question, I went to DC, head office of the initiative. Flew there, got some things, met some people, flew back. Mostly relaxing. The injuries didn't debilitate me from being able to fly, at least privately. And I've been in a lot of wars, a lot of tours. Not the worst thing that's happened to me. But everything's been quiet, is what I'm trying to say. So you should try to relax.
Sorry, I just got worried.
Eh, don't worry about it. Just looks at you guys. So, your family taking the new treatment then?
I hope it works.
Yep.
Well,
And I hope it doesn't smell like ass. The last one was really bad.
sorry, no such luck.
I had to try.
But, you know, it does. I can't say for sure if it works, but we've had good results. We've had good tests. Maybe it will. If it does, you can look forward to another 2 weeks and they recover fully.
2 weeks, huh?
If it doesn't, we take another free-ish, 2.5 months maybe. If it does, then it goes down to 2 weeks and they can return to their normal lives with a bit of an enhancement. Their bones
Sounds
last.
good.
Their bones are gonna be. Their body's gonna be rejuvenated. It's the only benefit of this parasite. Which means they'll be, what, 10 years younger? They're not gonna look the part, but they're, as far as their body's concerned, gonna be in its prime.
Well, I guess we're luckier than most. Although there's something we're forgetting about that trip from last time.
What?
Piña coladas.
You were serious about that, then?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I was. We've been through a lot of shit. The least we could do, the three of us, is to hang out together like normal people.
Without suit.
Without suits.
I like suits.
Well, yeah, but if you want to go wear a suit to a bar, then that's on you.
He goes up to... He is in the suit, by the way. He takes out the necktie. Kind of undoes the top button and then the top 3 buttons, so the collar and the next 2 buttons, undoes it, kind of flips it up, adjusts the suit a bit, and now he actually does look like he belongs in a nightclub.
So is this your way of saying, yes, you're going with us tonight?
I am an agent of the initiative and a former soldier. This is not my usual thing, but my word is my bond.
Yay!
Yeah, piña coladas. You're paying.
Would you like to...
First drink.
Of course. Would you like to tell your folks? I can arrange for some transport for them.
Yeah. 5 of us?
I mean,
Unless you want to join horror movie night, then it's gonna be a bunch of kids, probably getting wasted, watching horror movies.
I think my cover will not be so secretive if I spent my night with children or younger
Can be your
people.
boyfriend. Nudging at Amy.
Wait, what?
What? Someone used me as a cover as their girlfriend, alright? I thought it's a normal thing.
You want to join the movie night?
That would be odd.
Yeah.
Pina coladas would be fine. I can arrange for transportation for your father and your cousin to follow.
After they take a shower.
Well, the new formula shouldn't smell too bad. It might smell like car air freshener, but it's better than shit.
Yeah, guess I'll do.
You guys want to go ahead or you want to wait for him to finish?
Looking at Amy.
I mean, he's going to, like, the trans. Might as well go ahead and like, pinakalada.
I'm gonna whisper to her, like clean, to make sure that Zero isn't listening. I'm gonna say, if we wait for those two, you're never gonna have him. You're never gonna be with them alone. You know that, right? Like Ashley's gonna hug him.
Yeah.
We're going on forward. They can follow.
They still have like 40 more minutes, and then they still have to spend like the 20 minutes to decontaminate the decontamination showers. So it's gonna take a bit of time for them to actually, finish.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Go.
very well, I'll arrange for transportation. Would you like to tell them?
Matchmaker. Natalie, fine. I'm just gonna wave at them. I'm gonna jerk my thumb, like heading to the exit.
Your father just looks and says,
Bye-bye.
you're not gonna tell him where you're going?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like.
Ashley's just gonna.
Bye.
Ashley's just gonna.
Bye.
I'm just like waving while moving away.
You can see Agent Zero just looks back, and they're all kind of confused, and he's just. He walks.
This is fun.
He leaves your father's car because he's gonna use that, obviously. So you're driving in his car. He drives a.
Taking back seat, of course.
Okay. He drives a Chevy, a small Chevy sedan, sleek, black, tinted. Very much as expected from a guy with his outfit. However, it does not seem like the kind of car you'd expect an ex-soldier to be driving, given that they're not, unjustly so, but they're not paid that much. However, he is driving a Chevy. You take a back seat. That means Amy shotgun, unless you also want to take a back seat and make him look like an Uber driver.
Oh
No, I
close
don't
the
want
door
him.
before she.
Oh my.
I'm taking the whole back seat
Damn it. Okay, go.
like a proper.
Yeah,
dick.
I'm sitting on the
Front.
front seat.
As he drives, you say anything?
Going to glance at MJ.
You have to kind of.
Yeah, I'm
You're gonna do
a
that.
little bit.
Then I'm gonna put my phone up. Then I'm just gonna pretend like I'm busy.
He is quiet throughout the entire ride, so unless you want to say something, he's just quiet. Yes.
I'm gonna nudge her seat forward, like kick her seat lightly. Then I'm gonna busy myself with my phone again.
I'm going to chat MJ secretly.
So you, while he's driving you
We're chatting.
to a bar, you're going to chat.
Yeah, but
It's just a quick chat. It's
It's a
fine.
quick
It's not
chat.
that
It's a bit-
awkward.
dude, I don't
Okay.
know what to. I'm going to chat MJ. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna reply. Like,
Yeah,
God damn it, Amy! Say anything! Don't let this pass! Ashley's gonna take him from you. Then like the squealing cat, like the squealing cat, just the sticker.
Caps lock. Oh fuck!
And then
You go, girl.
the appropriate reply is, "Look who's talking."
No, I was gonna reply to Amy. Ask him about anything personal. Maybe ask him what his favorite drink is, or the usual stuff. I'm gonna pretend like I'm not here. Then
Maybe
I'm
how
gonna,
old he is.
Use a GIF that's fading. A GIF of a person fading.
The Homer Simpson gif. They just
Yeah, like the hedge one, just backing off the hedge.
Okay. And then I'm going to ask him. I was about to put everyone's birthdays in my calendar. What's your birthday?
He just looks at you. August 15th.
Oh. Okay. Wait. What year?
Is that important?
Yeah.
He's just looking at you strangely. 1991.
What? Oh. Wait.
It puts him at 29. He's 29.
Huh. Oh, right. I'm going to put it on my calendar. Hey MJ, how about yours?
Actually, she's going to chuckle like that, like the audible chuckle. Fuck, when is my birthday?
96.
God
The
damn
year is
it.
96.
96. So yeah, technically the same. So yeah, just September 26, 1996. I'm gonna send a message to chat like, great job.
You're starting
Keep
to...
it up.
Both of you start to realize how young he actually is. And how young he is to be going through all of this.
Yeah, that's why Amy's a bit surprised about it.
He's just moving forward with the driving. Anything else? In this awkward exchange, or do we continue?
I'm gonna like
Okay.
question mark to Amy like.
There's a sense of
so how
send
do we
help.
call you outside?
Oh.
You ask him?
Can exactly call you Zero? Should we call you Doctor?
Sterling?
I did mention you can just call me Dr. Sterling.
Kinda weird when you're drinking in the bar and you're calling your, drinking buddy Dr. Sterling.
Morgan is fine.
Morgan.
Was that your real name?
No.
Figured.
Oh.
One of many aliases.
I'm guessing
How
we're never
many
gonna find
aliases
out your...
do you have?
More than I can count.
Oh.
Depends on what I need to do.
What's your favorite cover?
Make a charm roll.
Huh.
You're asking a lot of information about him, which is technically classified.
This is me being casual. I did succeed. I got a 49, which is like barely passing.
Okay. Nice. Just looks at you through the side mirror. You ask a lot of questions. But you are friendly.
I mean, that's how you build friendships.
You are friendly. Most of it's classified, but can't tell you the name or what it was used for, why it was made, but it's just a lot of fun to do. It's one of my personas that I use when I'm abroad, like a researcher, nerdy, geeky type. A lot like your friend. Oh, the big glasses.
Oh, yeah.
You went over.
Oh, Elaine.
Yeah, he went over to the office, kind of like her, but the guy, nerdy. I have to wear like baggy clothes and a baggy coat just to make sure they don't actually, see. But it's a lot of fun because it's easily underestimated, and most roles, most of those covers, you actually do have to do research before you go into it. So you find out a lot of things. Just general knowledge is nice to have. I was never very good at chemistry, but I learned how to make a makeshift bomb because of that persona, so it has its uses.
Well, it does sound fun.
I've made a career pretending to be other people. Could have just been an actor, really.
I mean, you do look the part.
Yeah, I
Good.
wanted to serve my country. He just eyebrows. Ugh. Like he clearly did not, he clearly regrets a few things.
More than a few things. Looking at Amy. Asking more?
What do you usually drink in a bar?
Alcohol?
Name something that's
I mean, everyone has a favorite drink.
yeah.
Your go-to.
Scotch on the rocks.
Class.
Cliche, but it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Fun thing about being undercover, you learn how to drink without getting drunk.
You gotta teach us that.
It's a simple thing. It can save your life. You never finish the glass. You drink it, order the wave, and ask for another one. A little expensive, but it keeps you from getting drunk, which means you get to keep your head on you. Toss it out whenever you can. Always order it on the rocks. The more ice there is, less alcohol you consume.
That's alcohol there is. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Smart.
Things you learn.
What's the weirdest thing you've learned while you're with them?
Ventriloquism.
Oh shit, you gotta show us
What?
that.
No.
Ah.
I'm going to chat MJ. Should I make a puppet for him?
I'm just gonna laugh at the back, like she's just like genuinely laughing at the back.
What's so funny?
Nothing.
Yeah, someone just sent me a funny meme. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was funny.
He just keeps
just
driving.
gonna reply.
Oh, I
No.
was curious
please.
about that woman you talked to
Hmm?
a while ago at the pizza restaurant.
It's pizza. And the woman. Ah! Right. He's from DC. It's the reason I went there. We needed some intel information. Had to go through some bureaucracy, paperworks. He was ready to deliver. And give a few aid. Look, like I said, we're not exactly a well-budgeted organization. It's not like the movies. We do have to keep our spendings discreet. So any kind of help we can get, we go with it.
There.
So, you got any more questions?
Are you willing to answer all of them?
As much as I'm allowed to.
What's your weirdest cover?
There's a bit of traffic, which is very rare in this town. But there's sort of in a town where barely anyone has a car, traffic becomes very, very unusual.
Huh.
What the fuck is going on?
I have no idea. It looks forward.
Is it like
Anyway.
long traffic jam or?
No, it's like the cars just aren't moving.
Okay.
However, you did come from the outside, meaning you came from... There's a major highway, the Lakewood Drive, that connects Lakewood to the Los Angeles Interstate. So cars do kind of come in and out of there. So there are cars that come in that don't belong to Lakewood, but you know, they don't usually get jammed up like this. Anyway, he just kind of looks at you as he's looking at the traffic. Oh, sorry. Was that you asked?
What's your weirdest cover?
Huh. Weirdest cover. Gotta think on that for a bit.
Well, you did learn ventriloquism. I was expecting that you would be a clown at some point.
He actually starts laughing. I think I know the one that takes the cake out of everything I've done.
Yeah?
Circus performer.
Is that where you learned ventriloquism, or is it something else that you learned in the circus?
No, I didn't learn anything from the circus. I already knew how to throw knives. But it was the weirdest because I wasn't just a knife thrower. I was a drunk knife thrower.
Oh, that's cool.
And there was this entire get-up and makeup with the weird silk hood and face paint. It was an entire persona that was built for one mission that became an entire character on its own.
Does he show up when Sterling is drunk?
No.
It was worth a shot. But ventriloquism, though, when will we see that?
Ventriloquism, and no.
Ah, God, you're like a hard brick.
The only way you survive doing what I do.
True. True. What? For tonight, your good old pal Sterling, Morgan, and we will have some fun.
You do eventually get back or into the nightclub. Kind of just outside of it. Inside the nightclub, sorry, not a nightclub. It's actually where he goes is actually a fairly classy bar. Good for, you know, getting drunk, having drinks and all that, but it's not the messy kind where people just kind of grind on each other and have this really tight dance floor. And there's a booth, and he just kind of looks, and he just kind of walks in, and you see the maitre d' or the person in the front desk is kind of looking at, do you have a... And then he just kind of nods. Morgan Sterling? Oh, yes, right this way. And walks in.
Regular, aren't you?
No. Just that Morgan Sterling has a... Well, he has connections. Not the first time I've used that name. Anyway, the girl just kind of shows you to your booth. Small private corner booth, away from most people. And then a waiter just comes by and says, "Hello, can I get you anything?" You see him, Scotch on the rocks. Oh wait,
Rum Coke?
right.
Huh?
3
Oh.
pina coladas, and then a Scotch on the rocks.
Rum Coke for me. On the rocks. Thanks.
Amy, we'll just stick with the pina coladas. The guy leaves and then just kind of looks at both of you. So, while we're all here being social, got anything else you'd like to ask me? Might as well take this opportunity.
Yeah, probably doesn't happen often with you. What can I get out from you? Well, you already got your weirdest cover, your weirdest skill. You already know what's your weirdest experience as well.
As long as it's not credit card information and my mother's maiden name, will be fine.
Ah! Deal? Promise? Anything other than those two? Great.
Anything that
Okay,
isn't
so
classified.
you're no fun.
I still have a job. Not that they can fire me,
Yes.
given everything I know, but still.
True. So how long exactly have you been doing all of this? I mean, you're barely older than we are.
I don't even know how old you two are, but... Well, you're 24, given what you said earlier. I was a soldier.
23. Wait, am I 20? Nah, fuck it. I don't know who cares about age anyway, but go on.
I was a soldier when I was 19. That was when I got it first. That was my first tour. Did a couple more after that. Middle East stuff. ISIS. You get the gist. Kept going through. Eventually... Eventually I was about to try and find something else. Something a little more profitable. You know, try to make a living without getting shot. Despite what people might say, being a soldier is not a lucrative occupation. Then I got recruited. In the worst way possible. I was 22, probably 23. Last tour, came back home. Went home to find something had crashed through my roof. Purely by coincidence. It was a small... I don't know. A rock, a meteorite, a tiny little thing. It was cracked. It had a mask on it. Don't know what the hell that was. But then a bunch of suits came into my house. They wanted me to come with them. I did. They did all the government protocols. All the tests, everything. They told me about all of this. Then they showed me exactly what happened to my folks. And I just got angry. After the anger subsided, it was just confusion. I didn't know what the hell was happening. I didn't know. I didn't understand. But I knew that it had to be stopped. They brought me in with a team. You already know that story. But that's a long-winded way of saying I've been doing this for a decade now. But this specifically, about 7 years. I was the youngest guy ever to make it into the Delta Force. Now I'm hunting aliens. What about you? What's your story around here? Small town girl, never left. Any reason?
Small town girl never got to leave. Well, only child. Kind of shows, I guess. Mom kind of died when I was in elementary, high school. A decade ago. It was cancer, and I only found out when it was latter stages. I only had my dad, and a few years after that, he got, well, back started hurting, and then it just got worse from there. So I left. Yeah.
No one would take care of him.
Yeah. I mean, I like this town. I like to think that I did the right choice. But things are going well. I mean, I'm a pretty good mechanic. Been making money for myself, supporting me and my dad. So I think I'm fine. Not much story here, just girl living her life.
Speaking of money, hands you an envelope. And he just hands one to where
What was
Amy
that?
sits and then just said, hopefully she gets back soon enough. Amy just had a bad reaction
Maybe
and
the
went to the
line is
bathroom.
long in the toilet.
Hands you,
Maybe the line is long.
you guys are the victims. Barbara's getting treated. We took the cost of the treatment out, but the initiative is still the initiative. We don't just drag people out of their lives and give them nothing. A paycheck, essentially. Look, it's not enough to compensate for everything that you guys are going through and everything you're going to go through, but it's literally the least we can do. Cost of the treatment's been taken out, but there's still something there for you. We're not heartless.
Well, we...
We're broke, but we're not heartless.
Aren't we all, though? At least we have heart.
Heart doesn't feed the kids. Okay, I'll
Yep,
have
and
them.
heart doesn't.
But yeah,
Well,
for you guys, very good job. Well, for putting up with this shit.
kind of didn't really expect this. It's unnecessary, but are you sure? I mean,
That's what the
the
girl from
fact that you're
DC was for.
helping...
The agreement was that we do the treatments to your parents and to her cousin, and you guys help us out when we need it. We need the budget. DC approved. We got a little bit to pay for all of you. Not much, but it's something. Maybe it'll help you out with your business.
Yeah, I guess. Thanks.
Pina coladas? As the waiter just comes down.
Hey! Thanks. I'm gonna grab my...
You know, I've always known the song. Never had one.
Same. Hey! I'm gonna lift my glass.
Yep, that's definitely pineapple.
That's weirdly refreshing. I didn't expect pineapple and alcohol to go good together.
They don't? I don't know what's wrong with your taste, but they don't.
What? It's refreshing. It tastes like the tropics, and you're like in the scene. Like you're like in the beach and just...
Never actually been on the beach before. Not without getting shot at anyway.
Wow. I know there's a lot of stabbing going on in the beach, but I know what we're gonna do next. This isn't a one-time thing. This is like a thing every after mission.
If we survive.
When we survive.
Optimistic, aren't you?
I'd like to think that I am being realistic by saying that there's a higher chance for us to survive than not.
Alright, fine. Say so.
One's got a dream.
He's looking off.
If you're
to the
being
side.
pessimistic, something wrong?
He just kind of reaches for his gun, but he just has his hand up.
Whoa.
Something's not right. Oh, it directs you.
What?
Make a spot hidden roll.
Success. That's a hard success. Oh shit, I almost took on my nachos.
Hard success.
Hard success.
It directs you. And you're not really militarily trained, but as you kind of look in the direction that he's pointing at, you notice a guy who's got his hand inside his jacket and kind of shaking, looking around like he's about to do something, and that's the look of a guy who's gonna shoot someone. Don't want to expose myself as a doctor with a gun.
Everyone knows I'm a rascal. I'm gonna grab like a pole,
Hold on.
like a billiard.
Oh,
Okay. Just gonna try to reach out slowly.
this is a small town, right? Everyone knows each other. Mostly. Would be stupid enough to shoot someone in the public in a place like this. Something's wrong.
Unless he's being possessed.
Stands up. And then he starts sort of beelining towards the guy, but casually, avoiding vision.
I'm still gonna take a billiard ball. I'm gonna move towards the pool table, like the nearest pool table.
And moves forward. He stays a good 10-ish feet away, just watching the guy, pretending to sit down on the table that you're standing next to.
Aiming.
And then you see the guy pull the gun out, and then everyone, he shoots one into the roof, and everyone starts panicking. You see Agent Zero copy the motion like he's also afraid. Both of you are, if you follow through, you're both on the table, and he's still hesitant to pull his gun out, but he's trying to see what's gonna happen. No one move! No one! Don't come near me! You can see that people are not saying anything. They don't understand what's going on. They don't really have a concept of what exactly is happening at the moment. But just, don't come near me. No one. And the bartender just have, sir, where are you? Look, whatever's happening. I said, don't come near me. And the bartender gets shot in the gut. Shit.
Can I use the pole and smack the gun out of him? Like hit his arm?
Still about 10 feet away. You're at the pool table. 10 feet away. You just shot the bartender.
Looking at Zero, like,
Stay here, watch him. If you get an opportunity, take him down.
got it.
He starts to move very quietly amongst the crowd that's panicking, trying to get behind the bar to see how the bartender is. He hasn't said anything. He's just saying, don't come near me. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to move slowly.
Stealth.
Oh god. Guys, please. Bless me and my rolls. Oh shit, that's a 6!
Oh, almost an extreme success.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of move across the tables, move through some people, you move behind the pool table. In fact, you can even crawl under a few of them as you kind of shimmy your way through. You get as close as you can until you get as close as you can, which is sort of the edge of this open area where no one wants to come near him. And you can get behind him. Are you gonna try something, or just kind of moving closer to? What do you want to try and do?
I'm just gonna move closer, ready to pounce when he does something.
Okay. He's kind of. He's just holding on to the gun, shaking. You can, from your vantage point, you can see Zero kind of moving his way to the back of the bartender's table. Kind of looks around and says, Which one of you, Stacy? Come on! You can see a few girls just kind of, I'm me. There's one blonde girl shaking. Just You think I'm an idiot? Don't fucking lie to me. I'm looking for Stacy. There's a few girls. 2 of them. They're both Stacy. They're both rejected. They just don't fucking lie to me.
When he's looking away from me, can I take that moment to restrain him, or at least like remove the gun from him, disarm him?
Make a brawl roll.
Okay.
You get a bonus dice, but he does get to try and fight back.
Thank you. I'm so nervous. Oh shit! So I got a 55 one first, and then I rolled again. I got a 5.
Wait. Okay. You
Mom,
guys.
I'm scared.
Okay. He's just kind of Stacy, Stacy, and then he sees you come by. He points the gun at you. You point it. It shoots fires once into the roof. Everyone starts moving down, and you basically just grab the gun, snap through his arm, and push him to the side. You have his 35 revolver in your hand, and he starts running after you. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to grab his wrist, twist it on his back, and pin him down.
He's technically attacking you, so this is brawl against brawl. Fighting back means you need 1 level of success higher than him if he succeeds.
1, yeah. I got a 50. I failed.
He fails too. So
Yeah.
as he runs after you, you just kind of try to punch him. You miss, and you both just kind of. He takes the billiard stick.
I'll take one as well, then try to hit him.
You see, actually, as you grab the billiard stick, he's coming after you. You see Zero from behind the bar. He takes a shot. One of those kind of cylindrical glasses for scotch. He drops the stick, and you have an opportunity.
I'll go for him.
Brawl roll.
Yeah, I passed. I got a 36.
Okay. He looks behind. As he looks towards you, you give him one good punch. Falls to the ground. Your damage is 1d3 plus 0. So roll that.
1d3. That's 1d6 divided by 2, right?
Yes.
1.
1 plus. Okay, so you do 1 point of damage. Zero has dealt with an improvised weapon another 2 points. He starts looking around. He's clearly going to lose, but something about him keeps him from stopping. He's gonna go after you again.
Can I try to maneuver? Once I dodge, can I maneuver him down?
You can fight. You'll need to fight back then. Okay, then make a roll your brawl to fight back.
I failed.
Okay, well, good news is he also failed his brawl roll, so as he goes for a fist towards you, you dodge and get out of the way. You try to grab the fist, but you miss. You try to punch him, you also miss, and both of you kind of trip. Amy,
Amy, help!
on your way out from the restroom where you were staying,
I'm sorry.
you heard gunshots.
The line was long.
And as you ran out, you see MJ is brawling with a guy who she just took his gun, and you see MJ's brawling with a guy, and Zero's trying to help her without revealing that he's a soldier, so kind of doing tactics like throwing scotch glasses. You both kind of trip on the floor. You catch yourself on the table because you did get 100, and I'm assuming you didn't fumble. You catch yourself on the billiards table. Zero just takes out another shot glass because he's trying to keep his identity. Actually, no, he's more worried about you than he is about his identity. Good, jump over the counter and just immediately kind of go for leg kick. You see that as the guy stands up, Zero immediately just kind of like a roundhouse kick but to the knee. Like, getting 4 points of damage, and the guy has a major wound in the form of a protruding bone, as Zero knows exactly where to kick as he there's a
Can I finally
it has not pierced the skin, but there is a kind of
broke?
bone shape kind of wanting to go through the skin. As he kind of goes down, just make one more brawl roll.
I got a crit. Not a 1, but extreme success.
As you go towards him, he just tries to punch you. You kind of dodge this time, going on, and just give him one nice uppercut, and then kind of twist him around to block him. Make another one. It's 1d3 plus your damage bonus, which is 0. So 1d3.
Oh, fuck me.
6? Okay, so that's 3 more points of damage. This guy... You try to restrain him, but you realize that you just knocked him out cold. He's unconscious. Possibly dying.
Doc, I think he needs medical help.
He just goes to the bartender immediately. Amy, you saw all of this happen with brawl in the middle of the bar.
What just happened?
I'll search his person.
Okay.
Amy, help. I'm gonna ask her to search with me too.
You want to first aid the guy?
Yeah, I'll first aid him. I'll ask Amy to look through his clothes. There might be something on him.
Yeah, I want to search.
Amy, make a spot hidden. MJ, make a first aid roll.
Okay.
I'm rolling for 0.
Fuck! Can I push it? I might kill him. Can I push it?
Sure. Amy, can't see your
I
dice.
I got a 3.
Okay.
Yes! Success!
Okay. You try to push the leg back in, but you feel like, uh-oh, that's wrong. Is it? And snap his leg back. And basically with the broken pieces of billiard sticks, you just kind of make a makeshift splint.
Yep.
Rip his shirt off and just... Amy, you search through his things. I'm assuming you're not going to rob the guy and take his wallet and money and keys.
Loot!
You find a silver, kind of unpolished pocket watch.
Doing this well.
I'm going to show it to MJ. Good. No.
Oh shit, let go. Let go of it.
Amy.
Yeah?
Oh god.
Amy.
Oh no!
Make me a sanity
Oh no,
roll.
indeed.
Oh fuck.
Oh god.
What?
I got it. Oh no. Wait. I got a 50.
50. Okay, that's well below your sanity. You
Nice.
hold on to it. Amy is. MJ keeps screaming at you to let it go. Just look. It entrances you for a second. There's something unnatural about this watch. Something powerful. And something inside you just kind of feels like, stop ordering me around. There's a bit of anger, a primal rage that overcomes you, but you snap out of it and just... You see Zero helping the bartender up. You alright, sir? And you see that he's patched up the bartender, kind of covered the wound. Someone... This man needs an ambulance, please. Ambulance? And you see another guy. I'm a paramedic. I'll... And then you see that he's just dialing. He just jumps over the bar. Jumps over the bar again, looks at you guys, says, "What happened? We need to..." What?
Pointing at the watch.
What?
Pocket watch.
What about it?
Bad news. It's bad news.
Don't touch it, but we need to get rid of it. I'm gonna take the claws, then I'm gonna try to scoop it up without touching it.
Are you trying to do this without people noticing that you're taking something from his belongings?
Yeah.
Stealth. Sleight of hand, actually.
Okay. Oh no! It's fine. I'm a rascal and I know it. I failed miserably. Not exactly at 100, but it was an 83.
People kind of notice you. Just... let me roll
Hello?
for it.
Ambulance! Say that okay.
Roll your fast talk.
Oh, fuck me! Why did I have this? Oh god, I failed.
They're all looking at you.
I'm gonna put
You see the doctor.
thing on top of him. Just on top of him, top of his body.
You see the doctor, Agent Zero, just kind of look at everyone, noticing how bad this is going. He just kind of looks around, notices how bad it's going because you just got noticed taking something from the guy. Even though he was an attacker, he's still stealing from a guy. He kind of looks around, notices, then thinks for a second, and just says, Yeah, that's good, MJ. Could you take his personal belongings, put in the bag so that we can bring it to the hospital? That's good. Don't forget his wallet, his keys, especially his identification. We need to get all of that to the hospital. Make sure we don't leave anything. The police are gonna want everything as evidence. And then he just kind of
I ain't
hands
touching
you...
that directly. I don't want to get involved. I'm gonna take a cloth again and like scoop his things, the rest of his scattered things.
He's gonna roll his fast talk, which he does have.
Yep. Are you dealing with that? No?
He's gonna use his luck points.
I ain't getting my DNA in that? Nuh-uh, no sir.
It does kind of look... because he is a known doctor in town, people just kind of... Okay. They stop judging you, but they do kind of leave. At some point, as you kind of bind him in about 20-ish minutes, or about 10 minutes, the police eventually arrive because he has been shooting around for a while. The police arrive, they come by. You see Zero kind of talk to them, telling them about what's happened. He asked for the bag, but he specifically gave you something else to put the watch in. It's a small lead box to keep. He just kind of gives it, "Officers, this is everything we found on him. The gun was touched by my friend over here, but that was just to disarm him." Takes a handkerchief, gives the gun. You see one of the officers just kind of looks at you and says, "Ah, MJ, you again. Well, at least this time you weren't causing the trouble. Sort of. Good job, bro. Really."
Yeah. Helping the city.
Stay out of trouble,
Sort of.
MJ. Moves.
Yes, officer.
This kind of moves. Big nod. You spend another couple of hours here, giving statements. You sit back on Zero sits back on the booth. Just. You guys follow him?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna push Ames forward though. Like, I'm worried, but I'm gonna let Ames take care of it. His wounds might have opened. I'm gonna push her forward.
You see him open his jacket and look through the white shirt that he's wearing, and there's no blood stain, which means fine. Likely the bruising that's kind of hurt.
Need ice with that, Doc?
He takes the pina colada that was left behind on the table as he left. I'm good. This was not how I wanted this to go. He stands up. There is no vacation for people like me. Clearly, the universe is trying to make that a point.
It was good while it lasted.
I guess. He hands you your glass of pina colada. The two of you. Talked to the owner, said they could have a few drinks here before we leave.
Into straight and fast.
You spent all your time in the restroom. You missed out on my entire life story. Drinks.
I think we can do a rewind. Little MJ's gonna tell her father that she's safe and that she just took down a murderer. I'm gonna like drop on the table while texting.
Okay. Like I told your friend, I was a soldier at 19, got recruited here at 23. Well, 22. Spent the next 7 years researching the paranormal after my parents died. Something weird happened to them. They got killed, I got angry. And you know the rest. Haven't taken a vacation since. Not when all this shit is happening.
So about the beach. Never lose hope?
Never lose hope.
I can prepare the barbecues. Amy can prepare the fireworks.
And
Or maybe the
someone's
other way
gonna-
around because the other one's illegal. Might as well get in trouble for it.
And someone's gonna prepare the gun to shoot everyone going there with.
Added fireworks, I say.
I think I'm fine. Maybe after we've saved this place. Don't have somewhere else to be. You see the woman come back in. The same woman that you saw from the pizzeria. Oh shit. Might I join all of you? Zero just kind of moves to the side. Of course. Amy, MJ, this is. Just looks at her as if he's expecting her to say what she wants to be called. Kind of looks at him. It is fine. You said they were your agents. We can be on a first name basis, Zero. Looks at the two of you and said, "Call me Sophia."
Nice to meet you, Sophia.
I'm from the initiative in the DC head office. I was here to deliver some news to this little operation here and to incidentally witness firsthand what you might be capable of. I saw the videos. I wasn't here, but people were live streaming that fight. You have moves on you. That's good.
One takes to know how to fight, to get in trouble. Got into a few fights when I was a kid.
In any case, Agent Zero has informed me of your latest mission. I'm here to give you your next. Although, from the looks of it, you've already done half the job. You open the document that she gave, and it does have the picture of that same pocket watch you're carrying. The other half is to investigate the last place it was known before it went into that man's hands. And now into this box. He takes the box. He takes the box from Zero. It was found in the lighthouse, the abandoned one. There's a small group of people there. A teenager found it. The police said that he assaulted his friends while in the lighthouse, almost killed one of them by throwing him off. Or tried. He wasn't strong enough. I'd like you to investigate the lighthouse. See what you can find. Given that DC has now officially approved of a budget for all of you, I think it's time we call you actual agents. He hands you both keys. Amy, this is a good time to segue that Zero is now giving you an envelope with money. You are officially being paid now, because they now have a budget to pay you. But you are both given keys. These are keys to safety deposit boxes in the bank, in the local Lakewood bank. Each of them have the numbers you're going to go to. Those boxes will have for you some vests, some equipment, paraphernalia, and other things you might need in the field. Needless to say, when you go to the bank, be sure to carry a discreet bag to bring all those things in and take them out of. Welcome to the initiative. He stands up, nods at all of you. Zero,
Awkwardly saluting at her.
Sophia, pleasure as always. Wish I could say the same. Nods and leaves.
RJ,
Yes?
we're going to have coding.
Zero stands up and says, why don't the two of you talk about that? I do need to ask Sophia a few things.
Looks like there's no lost love between the two of you, huh? Or, something happened before and it's kind of Cold War now.
Neither. Sophia is my superior. We don't see eye to eye about certain things. He goes
Really
off.
professional.
He goes off to talk to her. You guys talk for a bit
Gonna
about
nudge
where you
Amy
want to
after
move,
that.
and I need to go somewhere. I need to get something first. I'll be back. You guys talk for a bit about what you want to do next. Lighthouse investigation.
Damn it.
So they're not together?
It's just good. I didn't talk to him properly. I'm not.
It's not too late. But you really need to work on your social skills, girl.
I haven't tried date.
Wait, you're cutting off a bit.
Haven't tried dating before.
Like, ever?
Yeah, I used all my time studying art. And
But to get this clear, you actually have a something for him, right?
maybe a little bit.
I I mean, he did save your life. That
Mm-hmm.
we're just giggling at the back.
You walk towards the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
So, what are your code names?
Should I go first?
Mm-hmm.
Minerva.
Okay. And you?
Artemis.
Artemis and Minerva.
Mm-hmm.
Subtle. Alright.
What?
Sure.
I like hunting.
Alright then. I'll inform Agent Ramirez.
Mm.
He gets on the car, makes his way to the lighthouse. Does a conversation need to happen here? Or more importantly, who is sitting shotgun?
Definitely not me. I'm chilling at the back.
Yeah, I'm still sitting on the front.
Anything you want to ask? Know about? He and
Yeah,
MJ did have a lengthy discussion while you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. MJ, can you open the envelope since we have more time?
Oh, by the way, your father and cousin were sent home. Made sure to be protected. They can't be in a high stress situation, so
That's good.
Yeah, I'll just send them a text. But I am going to check an envelope, like discreet. No, not discreetly. I'm just gonna check it.
there's about $400.
Jesus fucking! This is enough to.
Like I said, it wasn't much, but you know.
It wasn't much.
Glad you liked it.
I mean, for a day,
Yeah.
$400.
We did take out the expenses for the healing and it's not a day, it's a monthly thing.
Mm.
Good. Stay there.
You guys keep moving forward.
Gonna melt on the background. Vanish
Oh.
on the sea.
MJ, seat to your
Yeah.
left can be opened up. There's some vests in there. Equipment.
Huh.
We're loners, like the gun, but when you guys go to the safety deposit box given, you'll have your own.
That's alright. I'll take one and I'll just put one to Amy.
Bulletproof
Okay.
vests.
One as well.
Amy, you also have a gun?
Yeah.
Not that I hope you know how to use it. But as you are there, do you have questions for him? As he's driving his way to a lighthouse.
Guys, I'm actually upset that we don't have a proper drinking night.
That's true.
I did say that I can't have a vacation, this is why.
Well, the horror movie marathon is still an open invitation.
Given everything that we're going through, you're really trying to tempt fate like that.
I like my odds.
Ballsy. Good for you.
You can act as my boyfriend if...
I think she already said that.
Yeah.
That's true. And the city has seen us together, the three of us, so everyone pretty much knows that we're kind of, friends. Or more, if you want that to be the case. I'm looking at Amy.
Well, MJ.
But, I mean, point still stands. The three of us have been in a dangerous situation together.
Mm-mm.
People would know that
And
we're
you invited
friends.
me. We were put in a dangerous situation together, and the response is for you to invite me to a horror movie night with your closest friends.
I mean, Amy and I met each other when the meteor struck, and I invited her the next day. What's your point?
Mm-hmm.
I'll think about it.
Eh.
It was worth a shot.
So,
Friday though.
At what time?
6.
The usual.
we've got another
Very
5.
Freddy Krueger. Okay.
We've got Nightmare on Elm Street, really? That's what you call horror?
Well, if you have better recommendations, I am open for that.
I'm tempted to go just to school you on what horror really is.
I dare you, old man.
I'm 29.
Yeah, and your point is?
Right.
Ha.
He just kind of keeps driving. You have questions for him? None? No takers? Okay. As you move forward, keep going through, you eventually arrive at the abandoned lighthouse. It is just out of the, literally just out of the borders of Lakewood. It is a large lighthouse that stands on the cliffside that borders the beaches of Lakewood on the left border. It used to be a lighthouse for ships, obviously, but it hasn't been used in a while because no one really docks their ships around here at this time of the day. You are able to park all the way to the outside of this sort of fence that borders the lighthouse, to which Zero immediately just kind of unhooks his gun but doesn't take it out. He just looks at everyone and says, "Same rules as before. Don't immediately shoot. Wait until you know there's something to shoot. Try to keep your wits about you, I suppose." Last thing,
So,
remember
Yeah.
what you fight for. The most important thing. Kind of moves forward, takes the lead. You
is
want?
there something specific that we should expect when we go in?
I'll be honest with you. All these investigations, we're just supposed to wait for something to happen. To understand it.
Got it.
Do not recommend splitting up. There is a lighthouse and then there's this small house that's kind of connected to it. He enters through there. It has been boarded up because of the recent events. Sophia has gotten clearance from the police to allow you to go through here, at least him. He just sort of breaks open with bolt cutters to chains. Moves through. Inside this room, you find a small 24-ish square meter in a rectangle formed room that has shelves of various items. This looks like a kitchen of some sort. And there are kitchenware here that hasn't been used in years. Very old, very dusty. Recent footprints, which would indicate those children that came up here and tried to have some fun. As you move through, there is the sound of chains kind of moving through the air. You guys hear that, right?
Yep.
Keeps going through, and you are in the cylinder part of the lighthouse, where there is a staircase spiraling up to the very top, and a door that leads into the basement. You like horror movies, right? Usually the basement's where the
Yes.
baddie is. Usually that's also where the heroes go to die. Good thing I'm
So
not a
this
You
hero.
might find another body there.
Good thing
Oh
I'm not a
god,
hero.
that's right.
Just what? You're pointing up?
Are we going downstairs or upstairs?
He's heading towards the basement.
You
Door
have
is
the
locked.
survival instincts of a horror movie heroine. Well, no, not a heroine. Horror movie slut. Just gonna pat him on the back.
I wouldn't be here in this job if I had any survival instincts at all. He kicks the door open. It splinters from the force of his foot. There's a staircase. He flicks the light. Doesn't work anymore. Of course. Takes out his flashlight. The wood starts creaking.
Taking out my phone.
The light opens. Did one of you happen to hit the switch?
Not me.
Of course. Takes out the flashlight. Skip that step. You eventually get to the bottom of the basement where he flicks another switch. Takes open his flashlight. It looks like the ordinary basement of a lighthouse. There doesn't seem to be much there. Nothing really to see. And then the light also opens. I don't know if he's welcoming or trolling.
Want me to check? I'm actually going to check the nearby wiring. Trace the wirings.
Spot hidden?
Oh, wouldn't that be electrical repair or spot hidden still?
You need to find the wiring.
Oh, fair. Success.
Okay.
Alright,
You do find a sort of breaker and fuse box. Go ahead and roll your electrical repair. He looks at you, Amy, and says, "Stay by her. Don't leave each other alone." This kind of moves. This is a fairly large basement. Think of it like 40-ish, 45 square meters. Amy stands next to you as you kind of... and then you flip the switch of the breaker. Lights turn on. Well, all of the lights this time, not just the one flicking bulb. Good job.
I'm Andy.
Kind of looks around. Hell. You can see his breath as he breathes out. You're warm. Well, it's a cold night because it's always cold at nights in Lakewood, but not cold enough to freeze your breath. Stand over here. You kind of walk through the room. Quiet. But the moment you stand somewhere in the vicinity where he is, feel the coldest chill down your spine.
Whoa.
Your breath starts to solidify.
So weird. Shit, that is cold.
Takes a few steps back and suddenly drops. Come back here. Back to a regular temperature. The sudden shift almost makes you dizzy.
Let me stick my hand.
Yep, it's cold in there, like putting it in a freezer.
What the fuck is going on here?
You hear creaking footsteps from the top staircase where you came from. Coming. Takes out his gun very carefully.
Not well.
Holding mine as well.
Footsteps stop. There's no one there. He kind of moves forward. Kind of You hear a bit of a draft pass, and all three of you feel like someone just kind of bumped into you, but super lightly, like a child kind of bumping to your shoulder.
The fuck?
You hear something crystallizing, and then you realize that part of the room that was very cold starts to form ice around it.
Holy shit.
Make a sanity roll.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
It's fine.
Oh shit! What is this? Oh
I got a
shit!
59.
59. Okay, you're fine.
93.
On a sanity roll,
Uh-huh.
you are losing
Uh-huh.
1 point of
Oh, I'm
sanity.
losing my 69. Oh.
You're losing 1 point of sanity. And my favorite part of any Call of Cthulhu game, where nothing is complete without this.
It was so good at 69.
Roll a d10 for me.
3. God, this mouse is so trippy.
Okay. You are... What's the proper term for this? Hold on. You said free, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
In that time, thunder. Okay.
Oh no.
Roll a second d10.
Oh god. Then.
There is the oddest feeling that comes and overcomes you. The sensation of the paranormal, the evidence of something you have scoffed off and laughed at for most of your life, is right there in front of you, undeniably, unmistakably real. Gravity of the situation falls upon your head as you realize the danger that you're in. And the words that Ashley was telling you when you were having coffee so innocently to start the day begin to ring. About how you might be wasting chances. Wasting a relationship not just with Luke, but with anyone significant in your life. Bonds of the people that you've made. Have you really been treating them properly? Have you been doing it right? Have you actually shown them enough that you care? If you were to die today, is there anything that you would regret? All these thoughts begin to flood your mind almost forcibly as they enter. The regrets, the idea of regretting, the idea of your mortality begins to take over. You are debilitated for a bit as you start to ponder about your life decisions and what you can do to show these people that you actually do care. Zero starts to look at you as you look blankly into space. He kind of holds onto your shoulder and kind of gestures you to a chair. Let you sit. Just... You alright? Talk to me.
Let's
Alright.
see.
Stay still, alright? Just stay still and sit down. Okay. Amy. Sorry.
Yeah?
Nerva. Get over here. Watch over her.
You doing this alone?
Let's split up. Someone has to do something. Your friend isn't doing well. Don't split up. Talk to her. Close by. Stay on comms. The earpieces. He's going to the other side of the... He's going to the cold side of the basement while the two of you are together. You can talk to her or just wait? Can't hear you.
MJ, what's wrong?
No, kind of. You know what happened in the bar and what happened in the haunted house? I genuinely think we might actually die in one of these missions. Fuck.
It's okay to be scared. To be honest, I am also scared. I don't know what we're going to do in this lighthouse.
Yeah. What happens to us when we kick the bucket, Ames? What's gonna happen to them? What?
I haven't thought of.
Is Zero going to do all of this alone? Then but down the... Shit, I need to talk to my dad. Can I check if there's signal on my phone?
Here? Yes.
I'm just going to, like, one moment. I'll just... Then I'm gonna go to my phone and then just chat.
Okay.
Like, almost immediately.
Okay. Send a few messages. Amy stands by.
Just aggressively typing shit on my phone.
Alright.
Going to look at my surroundings.
You're still in the basement. The lights are still on. And Zero's still on the other side, kind of investigating the ice. Kind of shivering for a bit from the cold. Takes his gun and starts bashing it. Tries to break it. Then... the lights go out. And the breaker... overloads and kind of explodes. Zero's flashlight shines. You two alright?
There's still the glow on my face. To find my phone.
We're okay.
He kind of moves to you guys. Artemis. MJ.
Yeah.
Kneels in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't talk about it. You don't talk about what's happening with you. It'll take over.
Yeah, but this can wait. I'm fine. I can help. I'm fine.
You have no help if you're distracted. You could end up shooting one of us.
Yeah. I'll be fine. It's just getting into my head, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine for now.
I don't know how many times I've said that. And stands up.
Yeah, I'll light the torch on my phone.
You guys move up. Going back from the steps. The door is closed from the basement. Who the f... Gonna try and kick the door down.
Wait, you're injured.
You did kick the first door down. I'm fine. He kicks it open, but it does take 2 tries. And you guys, as you move out and shine your lights, you realize that there's chunks of wood. Someone nailed that door shut. But you didn't hear any hammering. Something moved corner of your eye towards the staircase. This place is trying to mess with us. He looks at both of you. Full disclosure, full honesty. Are you alright? Are you sure?
Yeah. I can keep going, it's fine.
I'm not asking if you can keep going, I'm asking if are you okay?
Yeah. Just another story to tell in horror night. Yeah, I'm fine.
I can't have a partner not going to give me full honesty about their condition. I'm going to trust you on this.
Trust me.
Takes his gun, starts moving upwards. Spiral staircase of the lighthouse. There are several floors here. One of the floors, before kind of spinning around, has a small desk and a window that overlooks the outside. This is the part that's away from the sea. There's a leather-bound journal. Looks old, hasn't been touched in ages. Kind of stops for a bit. Looks at it. Diary. December 27th, 1989. Someone removed the page. Looks through the pages. Blood. And puts in his bag. Keeps moving forward. Before you get to the top of the lighthouse, there is something in front of you. It's just as dark as a shadow, except it's 3-dimensional. You shine a light on it and you only see darkness. It's absorbing the light you're going through it. It's an outline in the darkness of a humanoid figure. Zero's got his gun ready. It's not doing anything. He slowly raises his hand, and you see it also slowly raising its hand, almost mimicking his movement. He was about to point the gun at him, but the thing also does the same motion. He points it away. The thing also points it away. What the hell is this thing?
Well, it's copying you.
Is this a
I'll try to.
doppelganger?
Can it copy a gunshot? He aims at the roof. It copies the motion. Nothing happens. Zero steps forward. It's creeping downwards towards him. Two of you try to move forward. And he moves to the side and the shadow follows.
Going on.
You move forward. You go past him. You move past the shadow. Zero tries to move to the side, the shadow blocks his way. Ah. This is troublesome. You guys want to do something? Can't hear you.
Can I search for the missing page or anything that's interesting?
You're still on the
Area?
staircase, so there's nothing yet.
Oh, okay. Going upstairs.
Okay.
Cautiously.
Zero pockets his gun. Starts kind of mimicking the shadow, seeing what to do. And out of nowhere, you see the shadow take a sucker punch at him. And you see Zero fall down the flight of stairs for a bit to the floor where the notebook came from. And then it jumps down at him. As he stands up.
What? Rushing down.
As you rush down, we'll take up your... Oh no, he's actually moving first. Dexterity wise... Actually no, MJ... You get to move first, actually. You rush down.
I'm guessing shooting him is not optimal because I might hit 0, right?
There's an angle. Depends how bad you roll.
Depends on how bad you roll. Okay, thank you for that. I am going to knock it out of the way.
Brawl?
Spirit. Yeah.
Okay. Take a brawl roll. Take a bonus dice. It has back turn to you.
Fuck. Wait, what's my brawl? Bonus dice didn't help. I am using my luck.
How many? 2 points?
2 points.
Okay. Okay. You run towards it. Spear him out of the way. Hit almost easily. What is Amy's dexterity? 60? Yeah, it's moving for yeah, it's moving first. It very easily swats you away. Make a brawl roll. Or dodge if you want to just avoid the hit. Brawl if you want to keep pinning him down.
I'll go with brawl.
You need a success
Shit.
higher than him.
I failed.
Okay. It very easily shoves you out of the way with unnatural strength. You slam across the wall and suffer 2 points of damage. As this thing just kind of shoves you out and it stands up, still has its attention fixed on Zero. Amy, that's your turn. You just saw MJ with one hand like a fly get swatted across the room.
Oh my god. Can I shoot it?
Firearms. Handgun.
Handgun. I got a 39.
Take your gun. You are not trained. You don't know how to handle it. You just shoot randomly. It just hits the wall. It is Zero's turn. Who actually, surprisingly, has the least dexterity of all of you. He stands back up, looks at what happened to MJ, then just kind of grabs on to the shadowed creature and tries to throw him out the window. Creature, okay. Grapples the creature, takes a few shots, and just throws him out the window. Takes some damage from the window. For a second, you can breathe as Zero extends a hand to you, MJ. Alright.
Yep.
Pulls you up. MJ, behind him, you see the creature has taken a much larger form. Both its hands have turned into sickles as it just has teeth
Can
coming
I
out.
pull Zero back? Then I'll pull my gun at him and shoot.
You can after you make me a sanity roll.
Oh, fuck me! Come on! Yes! I succeeded.
Okay, you're fine. Boss, you pull Zero back. He's not resisting. He's not expecting it. You make a
They don't
firearm
shoot.
handgun.
Shit! That's an extreme success. I got a 3.
That deals maximum damage.
Yeah.
You are using a 45 on a D10. That's a 10.
Mhm.
Grab Zero. Your bullet literally goes through his head. Flatters it. And falls off. Zero just kind of looks over the edge. Are you looking as well? Uh-oh. Zero kind of looks over the edge as you shoot this thing in the head and it falls off. Are you looking as well?
Mhm.
As you look down, you see the creature splits apart and almost disintegrates midair.
What the fuck was that?
Ow.
Christ. Ames, help me.
And
I'll
pockets
try
his
to first
gun.
aid.
Make a first aid roll.
Can Amy assist? I'm scared.
Yeah.
Amy,
Yeah,
Amy
can
has
I?
to make a first aid roll to be able successfully to be able to assist you.
Oh,
So make a first aid roll, Amy.
ha, 15.
Okay.
Nice.
MJ, your turn. Bonus dice.
Oh god, thank you, Amy. I needed that.
Oh my god.
I still failed, but just a normal fail.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. I'm sorry. Oh god, I got a 16.
You don't manage to. It's fine. Let me do. He just kind of
No,
moves,
it's not
opens a
fine.
kit. I'll do it. He takes some antiseptic, covers his wounds, starts trying to fix himself.
I'm sorry. Fuck. Like, my hands are still shaking.
Okay. He takes out some bandages, kind of. Starts putting
Next
a
time
pad
we
on.
need first aid training.
He heals himself.
That
essentially.
sounds like a plan.
What's his,
Shit.
he has to kind of take his shirt, puts it on, and then puts his shirt back on in his coat. The hell is happening here?
I don't. Well, it's fucking dead at the very least. Huh. Can I look around to see?
You know, have you guys ever watched The Grudge?
Yeah.
No.
You know that sound those children make? That
Oh no.
Oh, ew. I'm
okay, we're back after goddamn technical. Okay,
And the jump scare.
so
something happened.
the lights have gone out, and again, if you watched The Grudge, that sound that children make, you hear that echoing coming from the top of the lighthouse. Zero forces himself to stand up.
For fuck's sake, let us take lead this time, alright? Just.
Takes his gun out.
Later.
Okay. We are back
Hey.
again, and this storm right now is screwing with me. I swear to God. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
let's keep moving here. You do manage to make your way up. Going to the staircase. Who is in front? Because there is a marching order that is required here.
I'll take point.
Okay. Does that mean Amy is in the middle?
Hmm?
Does that
Oh,
mean
me.
Amy is in the middle?
No, sa tingin ko si si Zero na lang the middle so I can check yung back.
Okay. You stay in the middle.
Yeah.
He stays in the middle. You stay in the back. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. You kind of. Well, the stream forcefully ended, but we're still recording. So, you move forward, and you get to the top of the lighthouse. It's a. You can still see the large light that used to be there. Well, it's still there, but you can see that large light that hasn't been used in a while. And you know the top of the lighthouse is just circular. Another one of those shadow things.
Putting out my gun immediately.
Shooting it? No.
Not yet, but I am gonna check if it's gonna follow me.
You can see it has no mouth. Slit kind of.
Ah, fuck.
Disappears. Well, it sort of runs at a blinding speed and disappears. Hero just has his gun.
Eyes open, there's another one.
Make a dodge roll, MJ.
Oh god.
Oh god. Mom, no, I'm still injured. Ah, I failed.
Failed?
Mm-hmm. Got a 98.
You get shoved off to the rail. As you get shoved off, Zero immediately goes to the rail and grabs you by the hand. Ah!
Shit!
Oh my god.
Hold on! I'll grab immediately to support my weight.
Make a
I'm
strength roll.
readying my gun.
Ah! Ah!
I succeeded. I got a crit.
You have to
Extreme.
climb up to his shoulder. Ah! Ah!
Fuck, sorry. Hold on. I'll make it easy. I'll drop on the other end just as long as my body is over the rail. I'll immediately let go of him. Then I'll drop back. Sorry, but thank you. Shit. Fuck.
You can see that blood is now coming out. He has his gun out. Fires behind you. Just several feet behind you. Not trying to make a trick shot, but fires to the side. Hits his target. And deals 6 points of damage to the shadow thing that was about to strike at you. You turn around, you see it. He kind of shoots the hand off. And disappears again.
Ames, let's cover Zero.
Okay.
Like, I have my back turned towards him, but I'm fucking.
Yep. No sign of it.
Taking my torch out.
There's a ring. There's a small vibrate sound, like a phone. Just what? It's his phone. Just opens. Not a good time, Sophia. You took it. What the fuck? What? Holds it. Searches the bag. Shit. Yeah, it's with me. Fuck. Right. We need to get out of here. Right now.
What happened?
Focus.
He shows you the box where the pocket watch was. Remember what we gave to Sophia?
Yeah.
Followed us. Go.
Shit. Oh. Assist.
Yep. He just... Actually, no. He just doesn't take it and says, "No. You need to be on guard. If you're the one who can shoot straight right now."
Ames, can you help him? I'll cover us.
He does the... He takes the railing. You, as Amy, helps him walk. You have to go in front to take guard. You can hear the sounds of wind kind of...
Aiming at that direction.
it's now coming from 2, 3, 4, 5 different directions.
Come on, let's run.
You can see that despite his injuries, Amy Zero is pushing his body to run. Despite whatever might hurt, he just keeps moving. He just moved down to the bottom of the lighthouse. As you leave MJ and Amy and Zero following, Amy, you can feel something tug Zero away from your hand as you.
Oh,
You hear several gunshots from inside the lighthouse.
Shit. I'll run inside then.
Amy, you are shoved out. The door is closed.
I'm going to knock harder on the door.
I'll kick it.
Make a brawl roll. No, strength. This is a feat of strength.
Right. Success.
Okay. You splinter the door open. No one there.
Zero.
Where is he? Where is he?
Look. Going
He's
inside.
in the basement.
Yeah,
Go inside.
let's not split out, but yeah, let's check the basement.
Go inside, you head down to the basement. He's not there.
Fucking Zero. Fuck. Can I? Fucking hell. Can I look
Oh,
for
yeah.
anything? Him or the watch? Anything? The lead box. Fuck.
Spot hidden.
Fucking hell. Regular success. 52.
You find his gun.
Shh.
Maybe it's
Ames.
in the collar part of.
The blood stops at a certain area. Like, he was being dragged, and then just stopped. It was dragged towards the center of the lighthouse, not in the basement, but towards the center of the lighthouse, and then it just stopped. You can see at the very top, the lighthouse light
No.
is on.
Okay. So we're having some severe technical difficulties
Only you.
because of the rain and everything. But we are about to end
Signal
here.
number 3. Whoop whoop.
You guys do find his blood, and it
Yeah.
just stops, and the
Man.
lighthouse does open as the light. And the staircase, it looks like how it would look like when it was first built. The entire lighthouse, brand new, as if it was just finished or it just got built. Staircase looks magnificent. The door is closed behind you. The window outside shows daylight. Even though you are fully aware, it is still nighttime. Zero is still missing. Now have his gun. Blood is smeared on the floor. When you kind of look out the windows and the outside, all daylight. You're in another place, another time.
Can I open the door?
All this day. That is where we're supposed to end tonight.
To be honest, I'm legit scared na.
Sorry for everyone's gonna see all the problems here. I'm gonna try my best to edit out all the shit that happened between. Good night.
Whoop whoop.
Thank you. Let's see what happens next week as these two have lost their handler. Bye.